Good morning, cadets. Today we will do one more experiment, that is to find the speed of sound by resonance tube method. Using the resonance tube to find the speed of sound at room temperature in the laboratory. So the aim of the experiment is to find speed of sound in the air at room temperature using resonance tube by two resonance positions. Okay, the apparatus required are resonance tube, two tuning forks, a rubber pad, water in a beaker filled with water, and one thermometer to find the room temperature. Okay, before we go for seeing the apparatus and all, let us know the theory first. Okay, theory. I have drawn the schematic diagram of the apparatus, that is resonance tube. It has got two tubes. One is the long tube, which is a steel tube. Another one is a wider one which is connected with a rubber tube. And in between there is one more thin tube, plastic tube, in which we can see the water level. All these three tubes, 1, 2, 3, these three tubes are connected at the bottom. You can see they are connected at the bottom. And when we take water in one of them, like we are taking the water in the wide mouth tube, in this wider tube. So when we take the water level in all the three tubes will be same, and in the middle part there is a scale to read the water level. Actually we need the column of air. You see, we use a tuning fork. This is schematic diagram of a tuning fork. Tuning fork of given frequency, and when we strike this tuning fork with a rubber pad, we hold it at the end of this tube like this. The vibrating tuning fork will be held close to the mouth of this steel tube containing water, and then we go on adjusting the level of water. When we go on lowering this slowly, the air column increases, the water level decreases, then air column increases. At one particular level, what happens is, see, this is the diagram, equivalent diagram. At one particular level of air, resonance occurs. What is the meaning of resonance? The frequency of vibrating tuning fork matches with the frequency of vibrating air in the air column. When the frequency of vibrating air molecules matches with the frequency of vibrating tuning fork, we listen to a very loud sound. When we listen to loud sound, then we note down that length. That length we are noting down as L1. So this is first resonating length. We call it as first resonating length. The first resonance occurs with this kind of waveform. We have learned the formation of standing waves. We have learned the formation of stationary waves. Here, these stationary waves are nothing but the sound waves. Sound wave, stationary waves. When the sound waves propagate through air column, the air molecules vibrate and the pressure variations take place, and they are going to form a node at the closed end. Closed end here is nothing but water level. A formation of node takes place with an antinode at the open end. So it acts as one end closed, one end open. We have learned this in the theory. When one end closed, one end open, then we'll get resonance, for which we get formation of first harmonics, that is first wavelength. The first wavelength corresponds to lambda 1 is equal to 4L1. Lambda 1 is equal to 4L1. If you recall, this is the formation of first wavelength, for which the waveform is of this nature. After obtaining the first length L1, then we go on lowering the water level using this. This is movable. This last column is movable. It can be lowered down and it can be raised up. So when we go on lowering it down, the water level goes on decreasing. Approximately 3 times this one. Suppose this is a 20 now, approximately around about 60 and 60.1 or 60.2, we get the second length, the second resonance length, at which again when we hold vibrating tuning fork, we strike the tuning fork to the rubber pad, and when we hold it parallel to the open mouth of this tube, at this particular length, nearly about 60 centimeter of air column, we find again a loud sound. The loud sound is again because of resonance. Again what happens? The frequency of air molecules, vibrating air molecules, matches with the frequency of vibrating tuning fork. So the tuning fork sets the forced vibrations. When the tuning fork sets the forced vibrations, the air molecules vibrate. When the frequency of air molecules matches with the frequency of vibrating tuning fork, resonance occurs. At that moment, the amplitude becomes maximum, and we again listen to loud sound. When the amplitude is maximum, we listen loud sound. At that moment, the wave formation will be of this nature. This is corresponding to second wavelength, that is frequency corresponding to second harmonics. This is corresponding to second harmonics, and corresponding wavelength we call it as second wavelength, for which lambda is equal to 4L2 by 3. We take this length as L2, that is nothing but nearly 60 centimeter. So for which the second, it is not second, it is third, because we get only odd harmonics, if you remember. For one end closed, one end open, one end closed, one end open, we get only odd harmonics. The third harmonics is given by lambda is equal to 4L by 3. 4L by 3. Using this, we get L1 and L2. Corresponding lengths nearly 20 and 60. So here is our equation. The equation for finding speed of sound is given by V equal to nu lambda, where nu is the frequency, which is the frequency of vibrating air columns, which is also equal to frequency of the tuning fork at resonance. So we take nu as the frequency of tuning fork, and we find out the wavelength using these two resonating lengths L1 and L2. So we take lambda as equal to L2 minus L1 into 2. So that is wavelength is equal to 2 times L2 minus L1. How is it? Wavelength lambda is equal to 2 times L2 minus L1. Look at this. For the first harmonics, for which the wavelength is the fundamental wavelength. The fundamental wavelength, according to our knowledge of theory, is given by lambda 1 is equal to 4L1. And for third harmonics, third wavelength is given by lambda 3 is equal to 4L2 by 3. 4L2 by 3, for which the length is L2, which we have found out here. So L1 corresponds to lambda by 4. You can see here L1 corresponds to lambda 1 by 4 or lambda by 4, and L2 corresponds to L2 corresponds to 3 lambda by 4. So if you take L2 minus L1, 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4. 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4, if you take the difference, you get 2 lambda. Lambda by 4, 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4, you will get lambda by 2. So that lambda by 2 into 2 gives you lambda. That's how we get the equation V equal to 2 nu into L2 minus L1. This is the main equation to find the speed of sound. So we get the speed of sound using the resonating frequency, which is equal to frequency of the tuning fork, which is also equal to frequency of vibrating air columns, for which the sound is heard with loud magnitude and maximum amplitude, loud magnitude. Okay, 2 nu into L2 minus L1. So this is how we analyze the theory. This theory is now realized by doing the experiment. Okay, so these are the waveforms. This is for first harmonics corresponding to first fundamental wavelength, and this is for third harmonics corresponding to third wavelength. For first harmonics, the length will be nearly about 20 centimeter. For in between 0 to 20 centimeter for different tuning forks, and third harmonics corresponds to nearly 60 centimeter, 3 times. Let us see this experiment by verifying with the help of the given tuning forks. Yes, you can see now this is the resonance apparatus. There is a very long steel tube, and in between you can see there is a plastic tube and one more rubber tube connected to another wide mouth. This we can say that this is another tube of large diameter. All these three are being connected at the bottom, you see. Then we have taken water in this. With the help of a beaker, we have taken water, and the water level, whatever is there in this tube, will be same in the middle tube as well as in this steel tube. So there are 3 tubes of different cross section. This is medium cross section, this is a very narrow cross section, area, and this is wider cross section area. Okay, then water level will be same because all these 3 are connected at the bottom. Now to get the first resonance, first we note down the water level. Now I am going to demonstrate. This is the tuning fork. Now the frequency of this tuning fork is 480. You can see the frequency of this tuning fork is 480. It is printed here. Now I am going to use a rubber pad. When I strike this tuning fork with the rubber pad, I can hear the sound. Now I am bringing it close to the mouth. Now we are not listening any sound. Please lower the, yes. Now water level is lowered. I think you can hear the sound now. The sound level is increasing. It is still increasing. Still lower it. Now the level of sound is decreased. So we are finding out at which particular level of water the sound is heard with maximum loudness. Yes. Now you can note down what is the 13.2 marathon. Yes. Around about 13.2 we are getting the first resonating length, 13.3. So at 13.3 we are getting the first resonating length. Resonating length is that length for which the frequency of vibrating tuning fork matches with the frequency of vibrating air columns and resonance occurs. As a result, the air vibrates with maximum amplitude and thus we listen to the loud sound. This is for the first length. We will note down on the tabular column later. So please remember the first length corresponds to 13.3. Now we are lowering it 3 times. 13 3s are 39, around about 45 41 centimeter. We are going to test for the second resonating length. Yes, you can hear now another loud sound. You have to hold it parallel. Yes, now it is a second length for which the sound is heard with the maximum magnitude. 44. It is nearly 44. If we lower it still further, we will not hear. Yes, it is about 43 centimeter. Still lower it. Now let me check it for another length. But the sound is reduced little bit. At about 43 centimeter, raise it. At about 43 centimeter, we are getting loud sound. I think sound is heard to you all. Yes, this is the length corresponding to third harmonics. So we will note down, and that will be helpful to calculate the speed of sound. So we will see the tabular column now. This is for tuning fork of frequency 480. In the same way, we are going to test it with another tuning fork. It may be of 512, or we can take any other tuning fork, maybe of 341. Let us do it for only one, and that can be repeated. Same procedure has to be followed for another tuning fork. Okay. Now you can see the tabular column. The first column is for number of observations. Second column is for frequency of tuning fork. Third one for positions of water levels for first resonance length and for second resonant length L1 and L2 respectively. You can see there. And the fourth one is for wavelength. A wavelength corresponding to 2 times L2 minus L1. Lambda is equal to 2 times L2 minus L1. And finally we calculate speed. Speed is equal to frequency into wavelength, that is nu into lambda. That is lambda is 2 L2 minus L1. Therefore, final column you can see, the final column is speed of sound in meter per second, which is given by V equal to 2 nu L2 minus L1. For the observation which we have taken, you can see the first one is for 480 hertz, and the corresponding first resonant length is 13 centimeter, round about 13 centimeter, and second resonance length, as we have observed, nearly about 44 centimeter. So if we calculate L2 minus L1, it comes out to be 31. 31 into 2 becomes 62. That is the wavelength, 62 centimeter. And then the speed corresponds to 29760. If you calculate V equal to 2 times nu into L2 minus L1, we get 29,760 centimeter per second. It should be converted into meter per second. So divide it by 100. When you divide it by 100, we get 297.6 meter per second. So actually it should be, the correct value should be around about 334 or 330. Minimum it should be 330 at room temperature. So room temperature is nearly 20 degrees Celsius. So we should get 330 meter per second. So there are some errors. So we'll have to do with 2 more tuning forks, like 512 hertz, 341 hertz, and if we carry out similar procedure by finding the first resonant length and second resonant length, we will be able to calculate corresponding values of speeds of sound, and finally we have to take the average of speed of sound, and that will be finally coming out to be 330 meter per second to about 340 meter per second at room temperature. This is how we find the speed of sound in air at room temperature using resonance tube by two resonance positions. I think it is quite clear, and we'll do one more experiment in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.